Hello, everybody. Welcome to yet another commentary. I am joined by Truffles and Kaplane, and this is a play-in for E Division. We have Appie459 here versus squirezucco. I believe they're both newer, but they're both like 56 and 58 or something, if I'm remembering correctly.
Right, okay, I just checked, so yeah. They're both new players.
Okay.
I think there were supposed to be some other E Division playing matches, but they were the only ones who were available on short notice. I think the two other E playing matches, one was like not available, so they conceded to their opponent, and the other one didn't want to play, so they also conceded to their opponent.
Okay. I find it's really odd that... Oh, they just turned on spec chat. Okay, they turned it off. Okay. I find it odd that somebody who is 56 and somebody else who is 58 are in E Division. It seems really odd to me.
Yeah, well, we got a massive influx of new players, so hard to make space for everyone in higher divisions right away.
Yeah. I mean, it just goes to show how much more competitive, like, the mid-tier divisions are in League now. But it's good. Like, there are more skilled players in, like, all the divisions, so it should be a good match to spectate.
Okay.
Open here looks like your steward, probably.
Yeah, I probably would consider Steward Gear. I like Gear as a card, and, like, there's no village on this board, which makes it a little bit awkward. I think Gear is generally pretty good in, like, no village, more money-ish games. I wonder if you play with a conspirator stack, though.
Yes.
Yeah, you could potentially build reasonably big here, but you could also do some sort of like archive, Duchy Duke sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty convinced by Duchy Duke, I think. The thing with Conspirator is that the only thing that activates it is, like, a bit of Archive and, like, Pawn mainly. Because Archive, like, the one that's in play doesn't activate Conspirator, and Pawns are kind of awkward. I think I would just play with, like, Gear, Archive, Money, and go for
do
Duchy
help
Duke.
you kind of like line up your conspirators to get activated. I mean, like Gear Monastery, interesting. I don't really see why you would want Monastery versus Steward.
Yeah, I think Steward is just much faster.
Just cash. My first five, I think, is Archive, like 100% of the time.
Yeah. I mean, I guess cash makes Monastery definitely a lot more appealing because you buy cash and then you can trash the coppers that you gain, so you're basically paying 5 for a gold. It's not bad. So squirezucco has a 4-3 and Appie459 has a 2-5. I think Pawn Archive for Appie could be Monastery. Like, I could see getting a Monastery and hoping to hit 5 for cash. Like, doesn't sound horrible.
Monastery cash idea is a cute idea. I don't hate it, especially on the 5-2. I like Monastery Archive for 5-2. So.
Yeah.
I think I want to build really big here. I'm not convinced by Duchy Duke, but
what does building really big look
does.
Like? You want all the pawns and all the conspirators?
I want like probably 2-3 archives down at any point. I want all the pawns. I want all the conspirators.
I think this is a nice.
You can probably play with pilgrimage here and use that to bootstrap monastery a little bit potentially.
Yeah, there's also road network, which is a little bit awkward for Duchy Duke sort of build.
That being said, I feel like the game will devolve into Duchy Duke, but I don't think I would start out with that idea. I would start out building. Like,
I like what N.A. Smith said. Build big and go for whatever point source your opponent doesn't go for.
Oh, I apparently had spectator chat off. Let me turn that on. The spec chat's already...
So, do you take a cash here as Appie? I think you do. You trash away any coppers that you would gain with a monastery anyways.
No, I would just get an
I mean,
archive.
it seems good to me. The deck is pretty thin, so I don't really like just straight up trashing more.
I would either just get the archive or do what he did there, I think. I don't think,
I kind of like the cash line.
Yeah, I think the cash line is not super obvious. Like, I think it's a pretty interesting quirk. Like, I didn't even realize it until Sammy mentioned it. That's pretty cool.
I don't know.
I guess monastery and things like banquet work.
I think it's
pretty nicely too.
I think the problem with cash is it's too cute.
Too
like
cute.
Yeah, like all right, you trash 2 coppers, but you just gain 2 coppers. You're not really trashing by getting cash.
So you're turning your estates into coppers, which is like.
And gold for 5 is also not that exciting. I would just rather have a bunch of conspirators.
It's like with archive as your draw, like you don't really want your deck to actually get super thin. Like you do need to have cards in your deck, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like estates into copper is actually a reasonably good effect on an archive board.
Mm-hmm. Well, it looks like squirezucco is going for a conspirator stack, and he's reasonably clean. Like this is a pretty nice deck state to start building a conspirator stack.
The conspirator thing greens by playing a bunch of archives, I assume.
I mean, I agree with Sammy that it might start to get a little bit awkward once you start adding green into your deck.
You can
it's gonna be harder to find pawns.
You can also start picking up gears as your terminal, and then you have 2 gears, and you can just start setting aside some green.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
it's not seem like a bad terminal to me.
I think whatever this engine is just gonna blow money out of the water. It's just a feeling I have. The pilgrimage.
I mean, here's the problem with these like archive. I don't know. It's like heavy trashing archive builds. It's like into this position now where your deck is just really thin and your archives are gonna start setting aside nothing, being pretty unimpressive cards. I almost want to just pick up a cash here just to like flood with more stuff for your archives to set aside. It's weird. But... I mean, it could also just be like pawns and conspirators here if that's the build you want to go for. Like, it's really better.
It sounds like flirting with disaster, that line of getting cash. I mean, I don't know. I'm not convinced.
I mean,
by it.
I think cash definitely makes Duchy Duke a lot more tempting. Like, a gold is pretty nice, I would say. But I can see the conspirator thing working out. I think both are viable, especially when they're not like contested. So it'll be interesting.
It also doesn't seem like it has to be mutually exclusive.
I don't know. I just
you gotta go for both, right?
Yeah.
I just remember like all the peddlers are really good, and conspirator is basically peddler, but with more money.
Appie could take the cash here. I just want to see a cash being bought. Like I love chaos. Yeah.
What else are you doing with this turn?
Okay, the monastery is gone, which is okay. I think Appie looks like he's playing more money-ish, given that they don't have any conspirators. So, like Steward Money Archive. I guess Steward is their terminal. It's like a +2 coin. I think I certainly prefer squirezucco's position though.
Who's the person with the 5-2 again? Is Appie?
Yeah.
He's nice.
I wonder if you trash here. I mean, it does make your archive worse, like, completely.
That archive already just set aside only one. Like, trashing anymore.
I don't know that I would bother trashing.
Just give more pawns and conspirators.
And if
you're...
The nice thing about trashing is, like, you get to play more of your pawns for +buy.
Mm-hmm.
Which is good, I guess.
Pilgrimage is reasonable. I don't know how I feel about Changeling. I feel like the Changeling, probably exchanging it for an archive isn't like the nicest because your archives already isn't setting aside many things. Um, so you could exchange it for a conspirator, I guess. I think I would have wanted another like pawn or something, or I guess you can exchange it for a conspirator.
It could also like sit in the archive until we're
Yeah.
ready to take another archive.
Oh, that's a good point.
I think you should have just taken the conspirator there.
I would have taken the conspirator too, I think. This board is like deceptively tricky. It's simple, but there's not really like a straightforward line to play.
Yeah, I like the board. I feel like there's a lot of like micro optimizations you could do. Yeah, gear money.
I mean, there's like not a straightforward best line, is what I meant.
I mean, gear money is fine, but I'm not particularly inspired by it.
And you still want to play with archives even if you play with gear money.
I want cash here. It seems bad.
I think it seems less tempting now that neither player has a monastery.
The archives are just like looking really bad now.
Yeah.
It's just not hard for them to set aside.
I hope this changeling is a conspirator and not an archive. I think you just want to start building up to more payload. Okay. I think the archives are just going to be, yeah.
I mean, I love archive, but it isn't quite how you build an archive deck. You want your archive decks to be kind of thick.
Yeah. Because if you look at his deck, he only has 5 cards left in his deck, and then I think he has like 3 archives coming in. So these archives aren't going to do much. I would rather add payload. But I think he still seems ahead.
I suppose there's something to be said for adding a lot of archives when you're ahead, because it like really snowballs your consistency, right? Like if your archives just have like a couple archives set aside in them, it's pretty hard to ever not really have a full turn.
That's true. The other thing is that if you play with a lot of archives and your cards are mostly good, then you're not going to see most of your payload. If that makes sense. Like if you set aside 3 conspirators, it's pretty sad.
I would just hold on to this archive probably until the last possible moment.
For sure, we want this archive stuck in the archive.
Yeah, like I think there's another archive in the last 2 cards, so
should be a buy for sure.
Yeah, I think this last archive just isn't doing too much.
So like a cache instead of that archive, weirdly, like, would be pretty good. Yeah.
I think we all just want to see cash. I don't even know if it's good at this point, but I just want to see it. Oh, he's definitely aggressively trashing, which
yeah, it's not that good. Like if he didn't have all these archives, it'd be one thing, but he does. It's a little anti-synergetic. Of course, the archives will start increasing in value as the game goes on, but as of now, he is definitely over-trashed, I think.
I'm starting to get to the point where I maybe prefer Appie's position. Appie has, like, not too many archives in...
I wish he kept the monastery. Having, like, 2 or 3 coppers in your deck isn't bad at all, I think. But yeah, it's definitely a very tricky board. I like seeing contrasting strategies when I'm spectating. So it's nice that they're not both going for conspirators. I think I still might favor squirezucco's position, but we'll see. Because I think with so many archives, he's starting to lean towards building slightly inefficiently. But it's definitely a tricky board to play out.
I mean, squirezucco has the consistency and the plus buy, and
Yeah,
the engine thing is usually winning.
yeah, he's definitely way less likely to dud. I wouldn't even mind like a gold for him, like pilgrimage gold.
I could get behind that. And I also could, like, I even think we could just start taking duchies. Like, we can really easily hold the green. Like, we can just start taking 2 duchies every turn. Probably fine, too.
Yeah.
Maybe it's worthwhile to build a little bigger. We can build to, like, triple duchy or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this I thought Conspirator Stack would only go for provinces, but with so many archives, I think Duchy Duke will work out pretty nicely for squirezucco.
There's actually, this next shuffle might be a little bit awkward, because there's only one, I guess that archive has an archive. I find it often tends to be really nice when your archives are kind of staggered. They don't kind of all come off the mat at the same time.
Yeah.
And we're getting into this kind of situation where like all of our archives are going to be on the same like turn, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I definitely like it staggered. Sorry, is that what you wanted or?
Yeah. I mean, there's
Okay.
nothing you can really do about it now. It's like you're not going to not play your archives.
Mhm.
It potentially gets awkward for the late game. Like your deck has a bunch of green in it, and then all your archives come off, and then you kind of have a couple duds because you like lost your control.
Mhm. Yeah. Not sure what you buy as Appie here. Could be. Oh, he has pilgrimage, so this will be a nice pilgrimage. Like getting another archive gold conspirator seems pretty nice. I would even consider like double pawn, because these are the only cantrips that you're really gonna get.
Take double pawn. Can you?
Oh,
Get
you know what's
spelled out
interesting?
on?
We might not see any green. Like, look at the piles. There's one conspirator, one archive, and 3 pawns left. We might not actually reach the Duchy Dukes phase.
I wonder if there could be a win. I mean, probably you have to take some green here, squirezucco this turn. I don't think you can quite get to the win, right?
Yeah. You might want to do something like pilgrimage province. I think he might have enough money for that. I'm not sure. But pilgrimage province definitely like puts you in a good position to pile out, but also score a bit of points.
I like that.
You can't double pilgrimage in a single turn. You're only allowed to do it once.
So many archives in these archives.
Yeah. Just taking action by. Okay. I might prefer action coin and then just buy pilgrimage province pawn. I think you'll have enough for that anyways. Yeah, I think squirezucco is probably in a good position right now to pile out. He might double province here, which is also not
Province
crazy.
seems fine too. I mean, I like the idea of pilgrimage because it sets you up for a more likely win next turn. But
Yeah.
I mean, you could be totally fine just taking green also.
Okay, he's doing Duchy Duke. Okay, Duchy. I mean, if he's gonna do double Duchy, I would prefer one province because I think, given how low the piles are, it might not reach the Duke stage. I think it's just province time. I don't think the game will go on for many turns after. Appie might just go for double province here. I mean, he doesn't. Sorry.
Just like taking the road network there. I think you really needed the double province. So now
Yeah.
this win should be pretty easy, right? We have the pilgrimage thing flipped, so we need what, like 10
We
coins.
need 4 coins,
Rise,
six
or-
6 coins. 6 coins. So we probably should take action buy here.
No,
Sorry,
10
not 6
coins,
coins.
right?
10 coins, sorry.
Okay.
I wonder how many of the people in Spec Chat actually just like woke up and how many of them are like non-sleeper vampires that just didn't sleep.
I'm sure Nasmith hasn't slept yet.
Yeah, I was thinking of him when I when I said that because like I feel
Okay, Nasmith, I haven't slept yet either.
or Europeans, very true. Okay, he has 10 coins, so this should be pretty easy. Hopefully.
Yeah, this seems.
Certainly does seem to like be eyeing for it because that's what the pilgrimage suggests.
It seems like squirezucco has a pretty good idea of sort of like the
Piles.
build, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
or like when to build. He just sort of like overbuilt with the archive draw here. There's been so many archives consistently like stuck in the archives.
Yeah, I think he's definitely going for it with all these buys.
This seems like we just get there.
I'm glad to see. I'm sure you're happy to see archive pile.
I mean, like, I mean, I'm not complaining.
Should buy Duke. I just want to see Duke being bought.
Buy cash. The
Oh,
tie.
yeah. Oh, wait, no cash. Wait, it would be a losing tie.
Yeah, that would be a loss.
Yeah, that was interesting. I think I'm pretty surprised that it ended on a 3 pile, but it was cool. I liked seeing both plays.
An interesting build. I like the idea of the archive conspirator pawn build. How to like
Yeah.
kind of get there in an ideal state doesn't so clear.
Okay, on to the next game where Appie starts. Oh, they don't have any of the respected card lists on. We don't get to see any of the ban lists.
Oh joy.
A nice board.
Embassy, Village, Greenbridge Troll.
Lucky coin is actually kind of annoying here.
So you're opening Bounty Hunter, you're clicking Village Green every time you hit 4, you're clicking Embassy a couple times, then you click Bridge Troll, and then, I don't know, something like that.
So yeah, Embassy Village Green is strong.
Yeah.
I think I just don't like Village Ring. Sorry. Lucky coin. It's early.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely helps your early game a lot here, but it also, like, I don't want to. I'm probably going to consider not playing it at least a couple times.
Yeah. Yeah, Bridge Troll certainly suggests a mega turn. There's actually a lot of nice villages on here, like Acting Troop, Village Green would be nice. Like, I just learned about, like, the fact that when you gain cards off your exile mat, it's called discarding, and then I saw a game where you get to discard the Village Green off your exile mat, and I was like, wow, very cool.
Like, Village Green Camel Train, I say.
Yeah. Oh, Lost in the Woods Village Green will also be really nice.
I don't think that I want Fool here, though.
I'd open Fool with the Bounty Hunter.
I like...
Maybe for Appie.
You're taking a silver, like, you might as well. That seems fine.
Yeah, I agree with NA Smith. The split was nicer for squirezucco because you could open Fisherman, which is pretty nice.
So the question is, do you set aside Lucky Coin already? I would have considered it. I guess you don't have to right now.
I would, I think.
I would have as well.
Yeah, I guess the nice thing about setting aside the Lucky Coin so is that, like, then you continue to make coins from setting aside coppers. Like, a lot harder to line up the bounty hunter with a lucky coin than bounty hunter with copper.
Village green, man, this could not have gone much better for Appie.
I
They
mean,
could have exiled an estate. That would have been nice.
Well, you know, beggars can't be choosers. It's pretty darn near
not-
perfect for him. He gets a 5-hand and then a 4-hand. And then right before the shuffle, he can even play the embassy blind with a very high chance of activating. You're really breaking up. Oh, he even gets to top deck the embassy. That is so good. He didn't top deck the embassy. Alright, so apparently Truffles is experiencing some technical difficulties at the moment. I don't know if Kaplane is also experiencing these technical difficulties, but...
I think I am functional.
Okay.
Does it sound functional to you?
Yeah, you sound fine. It's just Truffles.
Hey.
You'll have to DM her that she needs to get out and into the call again or something. I can't do it because I'm recording. I always thought Truffles was too nice to be a human being. This confirms she's a robot. Oh no.
Was it correct to just discard the village green to the fool thing?
I don't even know if I would have tossed a fool necessarily.
Tossed any cards, yeah.
I mean, alright. How many... Does he have a troll yet? I know Appie has one troll. Okay, yeah, then embassy was good.
It's not clear to me if discarding village green to Lost in the Woods is better than discarding thing. I think probably it is.
I think my computer crashed or started going very laggy because I opened this giant Google Sheets document and then my laptop was like, no, not today. So yeah, I will get back into the game on mobile.
This is a very sad hand.
Yeah, that's a bit sad.
So now here is where you really wish that you had set aside the lucky coin. His hand would be so much better.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, but we have the bridge troll coming in. If we had set aside the lucky coin, we'd be making a lot more money, and this would be a much better turn.
Oh, he did do the nice village green from exile trick. That's nice. It seems like both of the players are going for his bridge troll mega turn, which is nice. I think it's definitely any board with bridge troll has a pretty non-trivial build order.
And Embassy Village Green is really strong draw.
Yeah, Village Green, probably just another troll, right?
I don't know who has the 2 embassies, but I might consider it.
I think I like more embassies too.
Yeah.
Appie already has 2 embassies in this shuffle that he's about to find. I would have just liked the troll, I think.
I think also like throwing the silvers into your opponent's deck is actually kind of harmful here. Like they're pretty annoying.
I really wish this board had what's the bandit fort? Yeah, I wish it had bandit fort. Like it would make it a lot easier to keep track of how many silvers they have too.
It's true.
But yeah.
But I feel like the bandit fort points probably don't matter here because
yeah,
like
I don't
the bridge
think it
troll
matters
board
at
and
all. I think it's just funny. Yeah, raid OP. It might be like, yeah, I think you mentioned this earlier. I like discarding the village green as
It's like you're playing the village green normally is painful. You're actually losing a card of draw.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not convinced by this order.
I
Oh.
think he might not realize they might not realize the interaction.
Yeah. It's
I
like,
mean, like, yeah, menagerie cards are still pretty new. Like, I think I keep forgetting about the other day I learned about Village Green Arena, and that was like pretty mind blowing. Like,
I
I
mean,
guess it's
this is
pretty.
still an amazing turn.
Yeah, I think
sure, we
I'm
just like wasted
It's.
a couple villagers. I mean,
It's.
Appie seems like he's in a really good position.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's really, really good.
I think I actually really like the third embassy from Appy. He's like just about drawing deck or like getting through deck.
We'll see if squirezucco does the thing.
I think he like I think he has to, right? He doesn't have a village down.
Well, it's obvious
Oh,
for
he did it.
us, but
Hey.
alright, alright.
So maybe Appie will start doing it now that get to
Yeah.
watch Squire do it.
I think you just take an embassy bridge troll here.
Did we play this bridge troll this turn, or is that from last turn? From last turn.
Oh, he took two village greens. I guess they're kind of wary. Oh, come on. This would be such a nice discard the village green. Play
No.
two village greens.
Okay, this would also be amazing.
Hey.
Nice.
That's exciting.
You got there.
I think they realized it once squirezucco did it. That's nice.
The Sunskiff Village Green would have been the idea too, though.
Yeah. This is a little bit sad because you have to trigger a shuffle, but it's not. Oh, he does it again. Okay. I think
It's not
Appy
that
has
bad.
realized. Oh
It's,
yeah.
Yeah, because you got the Will-O-Wisp, so you're basically. I think you got to play the embassy first, right?
oh no, no, no.
This is fine too, right?
No, it's not fine. This is
I
really
mean,
bad. It
I
cost
don't
him.
think we actually are losing any buying power, right? Okay, well maybe if we don't, we still get to buy
definitely won't.
everything we want, so it's fine.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of that. Probably he could have also played one of his village greens for a next turn. Just because he had so much overdraw. Yeah, there's, that's okay though. Those are things you learn as you continue to play.
I think Appy is in the nicer position.
Yeah, Appy seems like borderline completely won to me. They seem really unlikely to dud, and pretty much all of their turns can
I also
more bridge
I
trolls.
also don't like Appy's buys. I feel like he should have bought a bridge troll and a village green.
I think I like the double troll.
I like the double troll. He also has the two acting troop villagers for any extra like.
Yeah, okay, it's fine. Yeah, there's city too.
Yeah, I mean the double bridge troll just starts to snowball you really hard, and then you get get three
Couple of
bridge trolls in
cities.
play this turn, and then you buy three more, and like you just win pretty quickly.
Yeah, trashing the silver seems good. And then you probably exile a silver. Since you don't have
Yeah,
one
that
on
seems
your...
good to me.
Oh, if you look at the exile mats, like Appy just has quite a few more things on there.
Abby seems very, very far ahead to me. For respect, like more embassies, more bridge trolls, more village greens, villagers, more stuff exiled.
A big
I mean, this
reason.
school has actually kind of put in a lot of work.
Yeah.
The
I don't think
reason
anyone else
Appie
knows.
is so ahead is because of that one turn.
Which
I
one turn?
missed that one
Appie had an
turn.
amazing turn where he got Embassy and Village Green, like in the.
Oh, you mean like turn 3 and turn 4?
Yep, and then I think very next shuffle or shuffle after, he just had a turn where it didn't look like he was gonna draw, and then he ended up drawing his whole deck essentially, and like that was probably the game deciding turn.
Oh, okay. This fool is
Juicy.
MVP. So good.
The Fool
But
actually, like, I said I didn't want it, but I was completely wrong. It's been really good here.
yeah, I think it's definitely with the presence of Village Green, it just makes it. You get a boon and you get to draw it back with some actions. It's very nice.
All right.
There's a lot of
This green
like,
needs to be
like
played
really
for
fast
next
turn.
turn, I think. Yeah, it should have been played for next turn.
Yeah, this seems okay though.
Yeah, it's not that bad. He really
You
does.
just exile a Fool here, right?
Yeah, I don't think you're ever gonna play it again.
Yeah, nice.
Triple troll again. Well, more than triple troll. I probably would just do quad
Yeah.
troll.
I kind of
I'm
want
probably
one
too-
more draw card just for consist. Like, we're so far ahead, we might as well take a consistency card.
Yeah, take an embassy. And then he's gonna have 7 trolls down. That's what, 7 provinces. That's basically game winning. I mean, he can just pile out next turn.
Yeah. I
With
can see
7
Village
trolls, he
Green
can just
going.
empty with the. If Squire touches any of the piles, he can just empty on embassy and.
Taking 4 trills is a little bit greedy, but not unreasonable given how many he has villagers left.
If Appie had set aside some of his village greens for next turn, I'd like this play a lot more.
I mean, it seems marginal. It seems like you're pretty unlikely to dud.
I wouldn't say that. Appie has how many embassies? Only like 4.
Yeah, and a bunch of village greens, and Fool, and a Wisp. Slightly more likely to. I guess, right, yeah. Pretty much exactly as likely.
Yeah, Sammy makes a good point. You have the same deck size as last year. The problem is that I think the only way squirezucco can win this game is if Appie lowers piles too much. Because he only has 3 bridge trolls, assuming he kind of had to buy this last one. I don't think you're gonna win this game with only 2 bridge trolls.
Yeah, but you also really need to take some points here. I don't know. I don't really see how squirezucco wins this game, like, at all.
I think you can only win by a pile out if your opponent doesn't see one, but I think it's pretty unlikely. Yeah, Braid.
Happened in squirezucco's first. It's really.
I think he just didn't have as many full turns early on that really. I guess also the salvager might have not been.
Taking on turns 3, 4, Zucco took Salvager Embassy as opposed to a Village Green Embassy. I feel like that just kind of makes your first Embassy play a lot more awkward. Embassy is almost non-terminal with the Village Green.
Yeah, Village Green is a cool card.
So if Appie draws deck, he loses. So Bridge Troller makes sense. I
might even consider a Village Green here because I think you just have to hope your opponent
I would have probably. Let's see. So
an opponent has starting the turn with 5 buys. Like.
Yeah.
I think you needed to take at least like a duchy or something.
No, he needed.
Work for it.
He probably had to take like Bridge Troll Colony or something.
Yeah, I mean it's a tough position. Like if you're not losing.
I don't even know his money count. I mean, I don't even know his buy count. He is pretty lost.
Fool
Yeah.
OP. Take that, fool haters.
Yay! Exile a lucky coin. Wow, this is nice. So it's gonna
Yeah,
be a
he
1-1.
took one too many trolls. Oh wait, no, he didn't.
Provinces.
He got the buy from the fool. Never mind.
So it's a 1-1.
1-1.
Nice. Well, that was pretty nicely played.
And Appie didn't even see the village green stuff until like midway through the game too.
Yeah. I like the games where you kind of learn something mid-game from what your opponent's doing, and you're like, oh, that's really cool, I'm gonna copy that. But yeah, it's nice. It's nice to see that he definitely picked up on the village green thing.
Favorite weird village green interaction is vassal village green. Village green gets played twice
Oh, really?
because it gets played once by vassal and then once because it got discarded.
Oh my god.
Oh boy,
Okay.
this board is
Black market. This
Oh,
board
and
is
there's
awful.
awful. What?
It's so long. There's
This
so
board
many
looks
things to do.
amazing.
This board looks like it will take an hour.
It probably will
Don't-
take an hour.
yeah.
Black market coin is a village.
Black market
mean-
supplies is kind of cool too. Black market supplies scrying pool.
Yeah.
Cool combo. It's actually quite a nice. But the open is just like black market donate.
No, I don't think so. It's black market silver probably, but I wouldn't donate. Not before turn 3 at least.
I don't
2
know.
5s. Oh, they both have 2 5s. I'd probably open supplies.
I'm still opening black market.
Supplies black market looks good, and then I'd probably donate the turn after I play.
Oh, they both
black
have the
market.
2/5.
Yeah. Supplies
Festival.
festival. I think I prefer the black market more because I think playing it on turn 3, turn 4 will be a little bit nicer. You might get to buy a card before you donate.
Yeah, the stuff to buy here isn't that impressive.
I guess the argument for the festival is that after you donate, then you get like you can pick up something like black market and other supplies, which is like probably better than anything you're finding in the black market.
That's true. But what if you find like a green? Okay, maybe.
You can't even afford that, right?
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
that's
This
true.
this feels like a case of buying a card because it costs 5. I think black market's.
Nasmith liked the supplies, festival supplies more than market supplies, so I think there's certainly some merit to it.
I mean, if you're gonna most
maybe.
likely donate turn 4 or turn 3, I'd probably prefer even like one black market.
And I definitely would not take the flag.
Yeah, flag also doesn't do much right after.
Like
donate.
maybe here's Appie, I would consider flag supplies, but like, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it.
How much do you donate down to? 5 cards?
You donate down to less than 5. Like you want to guarantee that you have a market in hand.
Yeah, that's true.
I probably would donate down to 5 coin so that I can do like black market supplies to pay off debt.
Oh, so he does have enough.
Actually, here you could just
5
do like
black
pick up black
supplies.
market donate.
He already has the black market though.
That's true.
I could see silver donate, but I might.
I mean, I don't hate a second black market either.
That's a good argument. No, I know, sir. Gold. I could see gold. I might
But
prefer.
you feel a lot more coppers, but I mean, the thing is you definitely can't buy anything from the black market next turn anyway.
I don't know about gladiator. I think I might just prefer.
The gladiator's fine.
I mean, the nice thing about gladiator is that you're guaranteed to reveal the horse Oh wait, never mind. That doesn't work.
No, but you're gonna be guaranteed to reveal a black market card.
Actually, probably I would have taken I kept the copper maybe, but
I sort of like at this point getting rid of all of the coppers.
Well, I would
Give me
just
exactly a 5
I
card
would
hand.
just
Nice.
I would just take the coin here. I think coin or supplies. I'm leaning coin.
I like another supplies. I think.
I don't think the supplies does that much.
Like the idea
I
of the
like
coin first because it gives you a chip better chance to gain and play something juicy from
black
black market
market.
next turn. Like you'll need the action for it. Whereas we're already gonna have like 2 horses saved up, so we don't really need the extra supplies just yet.
And if worse comes to worse, you can exile a bunch of estates.
You think? Oh,
And
you
I
can
definitely
buy.
think it's close.
Like you're gonna be
Too.
doing that here, like quite a bit.
I like a coin for squirezucco now. I could also see silver.
I want just second black market.
Well, you have the gladiator, so you don't have.
I don't have the villages
actions.
to. I like the coin here a lot. Because there's a pretty good chance to find something juicy in the black market. You can gain and play it.
Yeah, and you also have 2 horses coming in, so. Or yeah, 2 horses in your deck.
What's the best card you could pull from the black market here?
Outpost, King's Court.
Yeah, Spoon's Lurker actually seems like a really, really good one on this board because you just get to basically have flag the entire game.
Oh, tack.
Tactician. Tack is like.
Oh, black market tack
Good, but
is broken
still-
good.
Yeah, I mean, you probably still want it, but it's not actually that good at this stage of the game, right? We're really drawing that much.
I don't know.
I mean, you still take it. You
I'm
definitely still take
clicking it, and then I'm clicking black market or not potion.
it. I don't think Appie really needs the potion. I just picked up a tactician.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point, pool doesn't. I mean, pool's fine, but not this. I don't. Yeah, I'm
I
not.
think it's okay. I think it's probably a safer play, but it's okay. I think you could have gone for like a riskier play, but I don't think he really necessarily needs the draw.
So Squire has a guaranteed reveal in Coin of the Realm. We'll see if he does that.
You play black market first.
No, you
right?
play Gladiator first.
If you play Gladiator first, then you're not going to be able to call coin after black market, right?
No,
I think you can still call it.
you can call
Coin
it.
is directly after you finish playing an action. So if you play it after you have, I'm pretty sure I had this interaction recently. It's kind of awkward. If you play black market as your last action and then play a coin of the realm, I don't think you can call the.
I would definitely consider.
Says you can. Maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe
I
a
think you
potion
can
for
do it.
squirezucco.
I'm pretty sure you can just call it after you play the black market.
I don't think treasury is worth it. It's pretty expensive.
No, I wouldn't buy treasury here.
Nice thing about it is you get to gain and play it, but I think I agree that it's not really worth it. To spend a horse for that too.
I think I would definitely consider a potion here for squirezucco. He's gonna have. I mean, I think you hit 4. It's not that exciting, and you might want the draw.
It seems. Oh wow, calls the coin. I mean, I do like the idea of a potion eventually, but
I like that play actually. Given
so do I.
you know that you're gonna draw the cards anyways. It's actually nice.
I wanted second black market, but seems pretty good too.
This is a.
I'm just like very greedy in these boards. Okay, don't make the classic mistake that I make with Tactician, where you play all your cards and then discard nothing. I've made that mistake so many times. picking up this artisan here quite a bit.
Yeah. I mean, Artisan isn't as nice compared to other cards. I mean, sorry, other boards. But it's still nice to have an Artisan. Potion does seem too early.
Especially with the attack coming in this turn.
Yeah, for Appie especially. But for squirezucco, I could kind of see it, given that there's no draw on this board.
I wanted to play greedy for more turn, but I also think that it makes sense to pick up the potion.
Yeah.
I think you also there's some extra incentive to play greedier as squirezucco because you're kind of behind because your opponent flipped tactician on turn 4.
Yeah. Scholar is nice. Scholar is kind of like tactician, and that
It's quite nice. That I think I sort of just want payload cards. We just want a pool, right?
Yeah.
And maybe we just take the scholar. I just feel like we're investing in draw a little too early.
Yeah. I think I agree. I think payload is nice here.
There's no draw on this board. You have to click on Scholar.
There's Scrying Pool.
Yeah, but it's Scholar.
We just
take the Fool's Gold and in 10 turns, it'll turn into a gold.
So that's the big brain play.
I mean, Scholar isn't crazy, but I do complain that I really would like some more payload cards.
I would really like to see a Fool's Gold here. The lols.
I don't mind
this was some awkward ordering here, because now we have to spend this horse if we want to buy a pool.
I think he had to, right? I don't remember what the last card is. A potion. If
you could have just not played the supplies yet, right? The treasury, and you played the supplies during your buy phase.
I know, but I was hoping that he could buy the spices and then gain and play it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I'd be okay with that.
The spices is a $1. It only costs $1. Sort of. If you use.
And this extra buy here would be really, really nice.
Yeah.
Again, with the pool, I don't know exactly how much extra yellow you really want to take. I guess it's really fine.
Yeah, I think when you have more pools, it'll balance out. Scholar is definitely nice-ish, and if it was later on in the game, I could definitely see it. But right now, it really doesn't do much, if anything.
Oh,
you play it and you wouldn't even draw 7
okay.
cards.
It's time to resign. I flip King's Court and Tactician.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to take the...
squirezucco can still find goons and outpost. We're still okay here.
Yeah. Oh, they don't continue playing on?
Well, there's nothing to play, right?
I guess it's just horses.
Yeah. Stopping there.
There are times that I love Black Market, and there are times that I don't.
There's still a lot of incredibly centralizing cards you could find in the black market. King's Court isn't exactly... I mean, okay, I guess you can king the black market. If you find goons or outpost, I think you're still potentially in a better position. So not goons or outpost. Okay, now you can resign.
Probably just take the
I don't think you take any of that. You just need more black markets at this point. You need to turbo search to the black market and find a bomb. Your only hope.
The extra buy is nice. Oh, well, he does have the extra festival. Yeah, market's probably too expensive.
Mostly, I just think you need to a bunch of black markets and try to find something that wins you the game, or you're really lost.
Yeah. King Artisan is nice. Earl makes a good point. Artisan is an excellent KC target. Yeah, well, there's a lot of nice things with Artisan and King's Court.
Yeah, I mean, black market is also a pretty good King's Court target.
No, I don't think Fortune is worth it.
Great, but the problem with Fortune is then we can't buy from the black market next turn.
The only way that you come back from this game as squirezucco is if you find very centralizing cards in the black
I don't agree with that at all. The only way squirezucco is winning this game is if he ends it really fast, ending it really fast means getting fortune.
I don't see how that is really. Well, I mean, here's a dud, so.
Well, you end it fast by emptying the provinces.
Hey, there's the lurker. That's the other card I said might be the best. Not that it really matters that much at this point. I think you still talked about it.
Yeah.
I would take it just by.
I mean, it's not like you have that much more payload than Appie. Like,
No, you don't, but you have to do something, and Fortune's a BS card, and, you know, BS cards are how you win this potentially, and it's a long shot, but, you know, like, what else is there?
yeah, that's true. I guess I just keep hoping Appie keeps building.
Like, what's more likely? Fortune bails you out, or a maybe Outpost bails you out? I don't even know if Outpost would bail out Zucco at this point.
Well, if you flip the Outpost, you can gain and play the Outpost and then buy the Fortune. Okay, then you're in this game.
I will laugh, though, if he plays Black Market and it reveals Outpost or Goons. It will be.
I will cry.
I mean, I don't even think Goons would be enough, to be honest.
It wouldn't, but...
Outpost might actually be enough.
Outpost would be enough.
Let's see, show us what's in the Black Market.
The nice thing is he can buy, like, double province already, I think.
Yeah, that's true. I think you just buy double province.
Yeah.
I think I agree with you, Hex.
And a pool if you can afford
Fortune
it.
is definitely worth it.
Let's see, I feel like
the Black Market.
he will. Let's see, he's gonna have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14, 28.
52.
So he could just triple province pool. That seems fine. I would do that.
Yeah,
and the order shouldn't matter, right?
Yeah, because you can't buy from the black market anyways. Like, the only thing you might want to do is reveal treasury first.
He could reveal fortune. It's none of it matters.
Still play.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, if the Appie flips Outpost on their turn, we really know that we messed up.
Poorhouse is not bad. I mean, it's not good, but it's okay, I guess.
Oh, I forgot. I didn't calculate that. He might not be able to triple province. Yeah, he can't
Double
quite.
is okay.
Let's see.
I mean, everything's losing. So I
don't think Squire is necessarily losing. Appie doesn't have a fortune.
That's true.
Has a King's Court though.
Yeah, but that's not a fortune. Alright, he gets the King Black Market or King Artisan. Like, yeah, that's good. But
I don't know about the festival. I guess it's fine. It's payload.
Oh man.
I would just take double province here.
Yeah, you probably have to slam the province pile here.
Oh, Lurker
yeah, that's not good.
Sorry, Swag doesn't seem very good, given that your opponent has Lurker. I think the only out was double plus. Yeah, festival.
Yeah, it's good to me. Could be sold on double black market pool too.
No, you just have to start provincing there.
Yeah, I was just talking about what to take along with the provinces. Wow, we King to Scrying pool.
No, that's awful.
Yeah, given that you have 4 horses in deck, it's probably not the best target.
No.
I mean,
especially on the tactician turn.
Could Appie have won here? Like, if you King Artisan and gain 3 festivals, draw them, that's 3 buys and 6 money right there. You have a Lurker to trash a card. You can empty estates easily using Way of the Worm.
Well, what's the last pile?
I don't know. That's what I'm thinking about. I don't see a 3rd pile, but...
Appie's probably still winning, though.
Oh boy, Swamp Hack.
I think last turn the best play for squirezucco would have just do double and
yes,
and prevent Appie from building.
Appie should just buy fortune here.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
He's not going to be able to buy the outpost he flips next turn, which is going to be sad.
Well,
It's an outpost in this. There's also a possession in this black market deck. I can that for sure.
Oh, you just feel it.
That is true. You know, there's a potion card on this board. Possession would also be a pretty centralizing card. You get to play the King's Court for your opponent and hope that it lines up their festival.
You also potentially get to, like with the right tempo, you get to effectively lock them out of playing Tactician.
Yeah.
If they play Tactician, you steal their Tactician turn. So they basically just have to not play it.
Yeah, but Squire's not going to flip a possession.
You
I
need
mean,
to
one
have faith.
can hope.
Honestly, I just want to slam black markets. There's a possession or an outpost in this deck.
Yeah,
I can feel it.
I don't think there's either.
A flip possession here.
I'll play the festival, and then play the flag
I mean,
bearer.
I think both of them have not enough black markets for my taste.
Yes.
It's the type of board where I just want to play so many black markets every turn.
Probably 2 is a fine amount. 2
I
or
just
3.
It's a
wanna-
reasonable amount. I would
I
play more
really
though.
think that squirezucco just needs the triple here. Like, I don't see.
Well,
better
there's a
player.
problem
Might-
in that every card. Can he?
He might be able to quad.
Oh, wait. He's gonna have 6 buys.
Yeah, you
Play
can
possession here and then you win. See.
You can quad.
Minus 10 points. Yeah, that's a problem.
Pile curses.
Oh my god, can he pile out curses?
Oh, that watchtower.
Watchtower.
That might actually win it. That actually might win it.
Oh my gosh.
I have
this
to
is getting spicy.
I have to think about it though.
I don't think he has the buys to end, right? Oh, there's only one estate left. Okay, no, actually this.
So every curse he buys,
This wins, right?
I don't know yet.
You sure? You can also farmland for the VP. Well, I guess you can.
So he's gonna have 6 buys.
No, you don't want to undo that. You do want that. Okay,
No,
let's see.
but
You
he.
drop the watchtower, and then you buy.
No, it
Buy
doesn't.
3 festivals, gains 3 curses. Buy 3 curses, which. That's okay. Never mind. That's a little bit short. You're 1 buy short.
He,
Oh, but maybe you can get there with farmland play. You can farmland. You have to farmland the horse.
By curses.
I'm only seeing way to empty 2 piles. We're 1 buy short of like if there was a silver or something in hand, or if we had a way to not play this horse. There's a horse on top. No, this wins. The horse. It's 50-50 now. If you draw the watchtower, you win. Oh no, but you don't have an.
There's only 2 piles, right?
Oh, we need there one more action, or if this potion was a silver, we would win. This horse needs to. Oh, we also didn't find the watchtower. Yeah, we don't quite get there. It was very, very close. Like if you had been able to do like a farmland thing into really, really close to a win. Not quite
I mean,
there though.
could you farmland the estate? Because you're gonna need to get the estate anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking that to gain the estate, to have enough buys, we would have had to gain the estate with a worm play, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. That's.
So can Squire even quad at this point?
You mean Appie?
No, Squire. Because Appie has a King's Court. I'm pretty sure Appie can just easily quad, no problem. He's gonna have a Swamp Hag down.
He also has the depth.
Yeah,
I think
but he also has
pretty
fortune,
easily.
and he has a swamp hag down, and he can.
I
He's.
don't think I like the festival buy, unless there's a win I'm missing. I think I would have just preferred province and pool, and nothing else.
Yeah, slightly increasing dud chance doesn't seem the most ideal.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that lowering. That makes it too easy for Appie.
You have to king this horse, right?
No, I don't think you have
What
to.
if
But
if you dud? If you didn't king it?
No, I think you play the black market first.
Oh,
and
to
you gain a surprise,
yeah.
and then play a horse to see what the top deck card is.
I like that.
yeah,
for
but
sure, actually.
I don't know that I like that.
So then you get one more search space to look for, like the
No,
or something.
no,
Then
no.
you can play your king on your payload.
I mean, you can also king the horse that you gain from supplies afterwards. So you keep your options open.
Okay, but then if you don't draw your deck, then suddenly your tactician is really bad.
Well, I mean, if you don't win this turn, you're lost because your opponent is taking at least 4 provinces on their next
Is
turn.
that even true? I mean, Squire did take a lot of provinces. That's not even true because I don't think Squire's not going to be able to necessarily quintuple, right?
I mean, it's
You could
certainly
just not.
possible that Squire duds here, but like if I was Appie, I would be playing under the assumption that if I don't win here, I lose.
I might gain the flag here for payload.
And I don't
Or
think
gladiator.
actually he can quite get there.
I guess you have to play these cards now.
Order here was a bit tricky for sure.
I guess he's gonna exile an estate.
Seems it actually.
I think he just lost 4 coins because he played gladiator last.
Yeah, I think it was still not quite enough, but this swamp hag like no loss for him.
I mean,
And, I guess not
watchtower
entirely.
flip was so lucky for Squire.
Yeah.
I mean, I think his luck on average was still worse compared to the black market.
I don't know.
card.
To be honest, Appie's King's Court didn't do that much, and Squire's fortune was far more valuable.
Yeah,
The moment he
I
got
mean,
the fortune, and if he had just tripled, he probably would have won already.
N.A. Smith says he sees a tie. I guess it'd be.
didn't even look for the tie.
I would take the tie here as Appie if I could find one.
From 3 props, 3 curses.
He can't. He's in debt.
Yeah, you can.
How?
Afford that, right? It's 3 provinces, cost 24. You got
Yeah,
it.
it's not a problem.
Oh, I was referring to Jane L's. He can't.
Oh,
buy
yeah,
his
yeah.
debt.
Yeah, I would take the tie here.
I mean, I think the King's Court not doing that much had more to do with be like kinging draw cards on tactician turns, stuff like that. I think Appie like still had pretty amazing market draws. And the Watchtower flip was nice, but it's not like King's Court nice. Tactician nice. 2 seeds to tie, it's kind of a tricky one.
Yeah. Well, certain suggest that he might be going for it. He might also be playing for a dud.
Nah, he's
Oh,
going.
Hey,
He's
nice.
going
Take
for the
the
10.
time.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, that's a nice spot for Appie.
But we ended up having to
Sorry.
a horse there, right?
Yeah.
Could have potentially like kinged the artisan with some other. Maybe if we'd gone for the black market, playing the supplies, if we found a drying pool, there was potentially some winning line there.
Yeah. I think there was a slight like like a little bit more optimization he could have done. But they're still pretty interesting, like pretty well played by both. I like the watchtower, like realizing the watchtower quirk by squirezucco, and I liked how Appie saw the tie. So they each need 2 more wins to.
Hey, everybody gets a king's court now.
Everyone has King's Court. One for everyone.
Seer patron. Okay, cool. Next board.
Yes.
Do you open Baron for the chance to high roll? Actually, can that even get you to 7?
Yes.
Baron, estate.
Yes,
Okay.
3 copper
Open
plus
Baron
4
for the
money.
chance to high roll inheritance.
Yes.
And what do you inherit?
Patron.
Does patron, like, they don't get the reveal?
No, but it's still patron.
I might do Hamlet.
For some reason, I want to inherit Baron. It'd be bad.
I mean, if it got to work on itself, it'd be pretty sick, but I don't think it can.
Well,
Probably Hamlet is a good inheritance target.
I mean, if you can, I would, yes.
Right, I mean, I guess there's the idea that, like, buying inheritance is setting up a king's court, but I think I would still do it.
Well, it's a very nice turn 3, turn 4 for Appie because you get to hit 5, 6.
Inherit Navigator. That's like the worst option of all.
I think J-Nails is kidding.
It's fine.
I don't
He
think
gets
he
to
is
inherit
kidding.
now.
That's what I'm worried about.
Oh, right, because J-Nails just wants to push them away.
So, I think as Appie you
Wait.
Hamlet.
The estates not get returned if you play them as Way of the Horse? They should get returned, right? They don't get returned. Wow. Okay.
What?
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
that's
So you
very odd.
inherit.
That's very odd.
Yeah, so inherit
What?
Navigator for the style points.
Okay, yeah, all right, that makes sense.
I mean, surely you still inherit Patron because sometimes you
Oh
want to
my
play as
God.
Patron.
That's crazy. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I don't think that's super obvious though.
It's really not that obvious.
Not obvious at all, yeah.
Oh, and squirezucco also gets the inheritance, which is nice. Patron is probably what I would inherit now, yeah.
Wait, you inherit Baron, right? Because Baron can gain you labs.
Oh, that's also true. Baron does make it very tempting, eh? Oh, that's very Canadian of me to say that. Baron, yeah, it's pretty tempting. I think I would still go with the patron. I don't think the states are what is going to be game winning. I think
Like,
the points.
they're a lab, or plus buy gain a lab. Can gain more lab. I don't know. Like, it seems better than patron to me. I mean, mostly you're like,
Let's
3 laps.
You know what?
Oh man.
You know what? I shouldn't I want to inherit Navigator for like if Patron and Hamlet and Baron weren't on this, um, Navigator would be a pretty sick open. I mean, yeah, that's so cool. It's so broken. Yeah, imagine if you
Yeah,
had like
they're
a
labs that
workshop
get drawn by
variant,
Seer.
gain one VP, gain a lab, gain a buy.
It's better than a lab because it gets drawn by Seer.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know that you actually even bother touching Seer. Seer ever really better than Estate?
Yes.
I mean, gaining coffers is really nice.
Seer finds the estates, so.
I guess you probably still want a couple Seers.
I mean, they should realize it now, right? Because the option will
Hey
pop
Smith, I
up.
don't think they ever realize.
Yeah, I think they would realize it now. Well, you can't buy KC.
Like, you would get the option, but, like, I would be expecting to have to return my estates when I play them as horse. Like, it doesn't seem very intuitive to me that they don't go. I'm sure at some point somebody will try to horse one. Like, I would try to horse one here. Apparently not.
King's Court. And then you get to trigger a shuffle of King's Court in it. I might have taken King's Court over playing the Baron here.
Here, I would try to horse an estate again, I think.
That's wouldn't they just horse the estate itself though? And the estate itself would go back.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So they're gonna miss it either way. Man.
Wait, you have the option to return the estate if you want.
Man, Inheritance seriously needs to go on my ban list. This is so dumb.
So you could return the estate with Way of the Horse, you just don't have to. Right?
I am not sure.
I mean, I certainly would have missed the Inheritance horse trick. It's very, very hard to notice.
I'm still not even sure how it works.
I think the idea is that, like, you're playing, like, imagine it's like Captain or something, right? So, like, not playing Captain as horse, like, Captain is playing Patron, which is getting played as horse. It's the same idea for estates, right? Like, estate is playing a Patron, it's not playing the estate.
At some point, I think I want a second Baron or not a Hamlet for buy. I think they're producing a lot of payloads, but not enough buy. And I think I might even consider getting a werewolf at some point. But just another KC is fine. Okay, this hesitation from squirezucco indicates that maybe he'll try to play one as the horse. But I think my initial reaction would be that I would have to return the estate if they, like, if I'm playing it as Way of the Horse.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I thought until, like, minutes ago.
So do you think getting, like, a bunch of patrons and Seer is still dominant on this board?
Not really. I think you just, I mean, maybe it's something you do, but I feel like and gaining an estate is kind of, it's like the strongest thing to me. You can kind of like drive piles quite quickly.
Mm-hmm.
You just sort of want like the plus buys and all the labs and some King's Courts, and like comes to the late game, you can even upgrade some King's Courts into provinces, and like all the like buffers don't really that much if you don't really have all the plus buy to support it.
It'd be super broken if like the reveal estate also worked with inheritance.
Yeah.
Like reveal patron, that would be super broken. King's Court. I would consider a werewolf. I think isn't werewolf just better at this point?
It seems okay. I guess you
It's
have the
kind of like
villagers to support
Steer.
it.
And it guarantees draw. Steer could draw 4. I don't know how I feel about the Scholar.
It's hard to forget about the estate thing at this.
The
Assuming the
Scholar
estate thing
is
isn't a
not.
thing, then I could get behind a werewolf.
The Scholar
Ooh,
doesn't
he
make.
returns an upgrade to the upgrade pile.
Oh, I don't like that.
Well, it was either that or trashing a seer or an estate.
Yeah. I mean, you could have tried horsing an estate.
This would be a nice turn. Appie will get to the King's Court Baron. And also draw it up with seer. That is very nice. I mean, he's also pretty thin now at this point. It shows that werewolf has a human side. I think they're both playing this fairly well. It's nice to see how strong even E-League has gotten. Like, the fact that there's an E-League playing match is there's just so much, like, there's so many more like strong players in the mid-tier divisions. Like, I would not be surprised if this was like a C-League playing match. Like, wow, this is a lot of economy.
It sure is.
Win here, right? Right.
How is there a win? Where's the third pile?
Oh, we have nearly enough gains. It's like pretty close.
I'm not seeing a third pile.
I think you're missing 5 buys.
I say pretty close, I mean like, you know, a turn or two away, or if we had like kinged some other stuff. Maybe if the barons had gained estates instead of guarding stuff.
I still am not convinced. Like, I guess I want a werewolf. It's guaranteed draw. I want a werewolf, navigator. Sorry, nah. Nails has me really confused. It's also very early. And another baron. I just want more buys. I could even see double Hamlet for 2 buys. I think baron is just better.
So sad that these estates aren't barons. Yeah, I would be a little bit afraid of squirezucco being able to end. Sort of like the province, I think.
Oh, cool. You can lose your Hamlet 3 times to wave the horse. Yeah. I think they're both in pretty. I mean, I think Appie is certainly in a better position. That's true, Jay knows.
How many king's courts does squirezucco have? Maybe there was substantially less reason to be worried about killing than I thought.
Can squirezucco win here?
He only, if this is his only king's court, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Both inherited patron.
He would need a lot more buys, I think. I think this only produces like 4 buys.
Yeah, we super don't get there.
Why did he choose to draw the Scholar over King's Court? Yeah, Apple, I think you play Seer and then Werewolf first, then Werewolf.
I'd be fine
Seer.
with just playing like King's Court Werewolf. Then you like have most of your deck in your hand, and you can start doing King's Court stuff.
I think I still want to like see what's on top because I want to be able to chain some King's Court together.
You have 5 King's Courts in the deck, right? So
That's true.
I guess like we'll see what squirezucco does this turn, and then you can kind of see your turn has to look like to win. I don't think you need like chain that many King's Courts together to be able to together a win. I think you're okay with not chaining quite all of them.
I would not have noticed it either. It's 0 coffers is also not what I expected for this game, but I think it's reasonable. Like there's just so many other cards you want over patron and yeah. Plus you can build up to so much more payload with just KC.
You kind of have to just double province. I mean, actually, you probably need to take a King's Court.
Yeah.
Double
King's
province
Court.
is the like lose later play.
Yeah, King's Court, Province, Hamlet would be probably my buy.
Probably still loses this turn, but that's probably got to be your out.
Yeah. Because I don't think you'll be able to win the game with just
If
double
you double
province.
province and your opponent completely duds, I still don't think you can empty on your next turn. You need
Yeah, I
to
don't
be able
think
to get yourself in a go to have some hope of winning with Stein.
Yeah, I don't think he has enough buys to double province. Pile next turn because he only has 4 buys. I guess he has the Hamlet now, so yeah.
Get King Werewolf, and this should win pretty easily.
Yeah. Yeah, this looks like a lot of money.
What's the play match up to? It's like first to 4 wins.
3.5.
3.5.
Yeah, so after this game, assuming Appie wins, he just needs 1 more.
It'll be 2.5 to 1.5, right?
Yeah. This is gonna produce so much money. I wonder if he can just like buy
The provinces.
Yeah. It'd be a pretty nice way to end. Actually, probably not enough.
Being a seer is definitely not how you get rest of the province amount of money.
Yeah, I think he had to grab the states.
Well, he had 4 seers in hand. I think he was drawing them all without
No, but then you don't get to KC the states if you don't draw the states.
Do he have none in his hand?
I think so.
Oh.
This is so much money.
It's carded 6 with barons. Nesmith counted, right? Like.
Oh, so it'll be 1 over 7 provinces plus 1. That's a very cool ending. I like this game.
This was a
Very nice
wild game.
finish. Yeah. Oh, it's only turn 12. That's pretty crazy. Nice finish. He's probably just doing the math to make sure he can afford 7 provinces, or he might be just looking at the pile out.
I mean, your win. So
Yeah.
lots of ways to do it.
I mean, when it's the last turn, sometimes you just want to take an extra second to make sure.
Sure, I've just like clicked on wins that I thought were trivial and missed them.
Yeah.
The winky
So
face.
this is game 4, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's on to game 5 now.
Actually, match point.
Yeah, it is match point. Wave the Frog. Oh, I remember someone telling me that this card is like a really bad scheme.
Typically,
It's like a
yes.
really good scheme if it's with Hermit.
No, that's true.
This board is kind of lame.
So you can
I wonder if-
Conclave, Patrician, Conclave, Baker, and then Conclave Bridge, and that's about the extent of your
There is
villages.
Conclave.
Whoa, they're
Oh,
playing
I
rated.
get it.
That's wild. Pun intended.
I think League used to be rated, so it's not that crazy.
Yes, League was indeed rated. Well, it was optional, I think.
Seems like kind of a nice rogue board. Maybe not, actually. The gladiator's been gained.
I'm not sure about the Gladiator. I might consider opening Patrician to guarantee I see, like, increase the
kinda
chances I see
That too,
Vampire.
actually.
Yeah, opening Patrician Bridge seems fine.
I'm not-
Vampire, you mean?
No, I like the line, actually. I think I
And
agree
you do
with
want to
that.
open Vampire, right?
Well, if you can open Vampire, do it.
There's
Well,
Baker.
Yeah, you're guaranteed to be able to open Vampire.
Alright, well then, Patrician Vampire. Sorry, I'm really tired. I'm completely zoned out.
Yeah, well, you worked an overnight shift at work.
Yes. I was like asleep for half of that last game. I'm not even joking.
Nothing wrong. Usually League games are played unrated. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense that League games are played unrated. Sometimes you want to make sure that things go right. You don't want to make someone resign, or you don't want to like have to play an extra game if you set the player order wrong. I could see Bridge here. Conclave also reasonable. I mean, Conclave is certainly looking nice now because you're not colliding anything.
Man,
Oh, Bad
that
Omens.
is- yeah,
That's
was
so sad.
so brutal.
Frogging Appie's Gladiator is okay, but it does increase the odds that you don't see your vampire. Well, League is getting very strong now. E is the new D division.
Well, I wouldn't even assume 56s were in D. Like, man,
well,
it's been a
I
long
think-
time.
I mean, looking at some of the D divisions last season, it's like average level was like 60.
That doesn't.
Wait, I don't think so. I don't think the
Wait.
average level in D was 60. I'd have
No,
to-
I'm just thinking of like one division where I think there was like 3 or 4 level 60s in it. Like, let's see if I
My
can find
goodness, I'm gonna have to get to like level 65 now or something, because
Well, a
with
lot
all
of
these
people don't ladder.
with all these 60s floating around, it should be easier to get to even higher levels, right? Just because it's like inflation.
it. You know, I'm
don't-
super wrong. This
I don't-
division that I thought had the average level 60 had 2 60s in it. Everybody else in that division was like 58. Like, it was quite a competitive division.
I want more bakers.
Well, it used to be, right, that, like, Mew and rating have definitely expanded over the years. Numbers are going higher. They have in the past.
Wow, that's a really sad war. Discards 2 vampires. Baker to prepare.
Yeah, that was...
It's just sort of gotten the brutal end of
Started.
It didn't even... That war didn't even do anything, did it?
No, I don't think ratings are inflating. I think with the glyco system,
Well, they were.
it should be balanced.
They were for a while.
or just like the top players were getting better.
I think there's just more players, if that makes sense. It's always nice when patrician draws. Sorry.
Ow.
Bye, Coco. That was my dog. She gets excited sometimes. Oh, you spelt it right too. Most people just do COCO, but her full name is actually COCOA. But yeah. Back to the game. I think you just do a Baker stack here and maybe play with one bridge.
I want to play with some other actions, but I think it's mostly money.
Yeah.
I want probably a conclave or two, and maybe a bridge, or maybe two, and probably some emporiums when they make points.
Yeah.
I think 2 vampires seems like a good amount of vampires. I mean, I guess at that point it's not really that money-ish, but...
I might consider just using up the coffers and taking a 5 and just trashing in a state with the bat.
No.
Would you take a conclave instead?
I wouldn't take anything. I would just save those coffers, I think.
I mean, you're entering your next shuffle, so it's...
Oh.
That's
I
sad.
forgot that we're getting...
That's so horrible for Appie.
Well, I mean, if Appie wins this game, it seems like it should be a miracle. Appie has been hit with some really, really brutal hexes.
Yeah.
Usually hexes aren't this brutal.
I mean, I think with money games, I think hexes tend to be a lot more brutal.
No, didn't the war just do nothing? It didn't hit anything. It just chancellored his deck, right?
Would you consider getting a changeling here?
I think I probably just prefer Spur, honestly.
Oh. I
mean,
think
Makers will run quite soon.
I think I agree with Steph that I think you want to start saving up your coffers for fortune.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot that people have been buying gladiators. Fortune does look like it's likely to be relevant. I mean, with like Bridge and Fortune and all these coffers, we're potentially getting to like some even like full, even quad province turns.
I don't think I see quad province. I mean, unless you save up your coffers, you're still a little bit limited in just by hand size. I guess Patrician draws some cards, but I think the most I see is doubling, maybe triple. Triple would be with save coffers, I think.
I don't think draw's gonna be an issue for Squire. He's gonna get pretty thin, and then his vampires, when they get around, will start gaining emporiums for free, essentially.
They're playing this pretty well, I think. I don't think there has been much that I have disagreed with.
There's a lot of little things, but, you know, the overall strategy, yeah.
I guess you play one as... I think I top deck Gladiator with Way of the Frog and play the bridge.
What does playing the bridge do?
Nothing.
Yeah, I don't see the point.
I don't know if I like playing the Gladiator because you just kind of potentially give your opponent the first shot at Fortune.
Yeah, I don't like... I would have rather preferred top decking that Gladiator.
Like, I don't even want to buy anything here. I would just rather trash and take the bath points.
Yeah, I like bath points.
Like, I would do that even without the bath points, so they're a nice bonus.
there's a good chance Appie has a guaranteed fortune.
Yeah, and he should take it.
Yeah, and they're pretty thin. Like he only has 9 cards left in his deck. That could certainly turn the tide for Appie, being able to get first to fortune, and the fact that squirezucco will have to go through another shuffle because there's only 2 cards left. He's gonna trigger a shuffle.
I mean,
It's gonna be
squirezucco is pretty thin too, right?
that's true.
Why can you not? What does diluted say? Can't
Why
buy
not?
actions this turn. It doesn't say actions apply. You should be able to buy it.
Yeah.
It's
I
not
mean,
The
you're
like
wording,
definitely allowed to buy rocks while you're diluted.
if the wording was like at the start of your buy phase, return this, you can't buy like cards from an action supply pile. Wouldn't be able to. It's not the wording.
well, he's not getting there anyway.
All of a sudden, it's starting to look actually quite good for Appie.
Yeah.
Can take.
Well,
Gain
should
a
I can't
copper.
even buy an Emporium. It's kind of sad.
They got 2 points from Emporium. That was nice.
Appie doesn't see the fortune, so lucky for squirezucco.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah.
It's in those bottom 2 cards, right? Or did they not
I
shuffle?
think it's his. I don't think
I guess
they
they did
shuffled.
shuffle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good
Yeah.
patience there from Appie, saving the coffers.
Nice. I like saving the coffers. That was very smart. And now you'll get to see fortune in your next shuffle.
Now we buy this fortune for sure.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if we'll see a pile out. Probably not. I don't see what there's no obvious third pile here.
Make us the third pile would be fortune, but I don't think we're doing that.
Oh, like
Doesn't
guess
do anything unless
it makes it a little bit annoying because you have to line it up with your bat.
well,
Hey,
Oh well, that's always good.
I'm not willing to spend coffers to get the Emporium here.
I would.
I
It's
wouldn't.
2 VP.
Yeah, versus what? An extra province? That doesn't
spending
seem...
2 coffers on it.
That's true. Bats is 2 VP.
Yeah,
We haven't seen any bath points.
You know, it's really funny because there's a lot of turns of this game where I would have just bought nothing for the turn.
One too many coffers.
Like, there are a lot of turns in this game. At least, I've seen at least 3 or 4 turns where I would have bought nothing. This game from both players, which is pretty unusual.
Are we done with this at?
I think so.
Done with what?
Bat?
I wouldn't ditch the gladiator. You're not playing with that many terminals anyways. I would ditch the bat and copper.
Yeah. And again, I wouldn't buy anything. Well, it's not like you can.
You can't buy anything.
Yeah, but... Whoa, trashes the bridge. And not... Oh, okay. Alright.
Bridge does seem better than Gladiator. I don't hate the idea of getting the vampires back in the deck. I definitely don't really like trashing the bridge.
Wait, he has 3 vampires. He said he played 2 bats last turn, and he has another bat in hand.
Vampires gain duchies, and they attack.
Jeez. Yeah. I mean, they're not... I would have trashed... Like, I didn't know he had so many bats. I would have definitely trashed 1 bat. Oh, you get to see his fortune, which is nice.
because he wants to match a thing.
I mean, Gladiator is like a gold, sort of.
It's reasonably likely to be a gold.
Yeah. It's not clear to me who has the better position here.
Appie.
Appie?
Appie.
Not entirely
Why?
sure about
Because
that.
Appie has coffers.
Squirezucco has a lot more bakers. Also has. Oh wait, does Squirezucco have 4 vampires?
Oh my god. Yeah. He does have 4 vampires.
A
Okay.
lot of
I think
vampires.
Appie is ahead just based on the fact that they have less
Appie
vampires.
also has one
I mean, the
extra.
vampires are good. You draw them and they score a duchy and they attack. Like, it's not like they're bad cards in the deck.
Yeah,
at
but
this
then
point.
they're bats.
Yeah.
Don't
Then
spend
the
your
game-
coffers, just get a province, I think.
I would take 2 provinces here, I think.
I
It
would
only
take 2
takes 3
provinces.
coffers.
I'm not spending coffers to do that, I don't think.
I don't want to spend 3 coffers for a second province.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess that was his only bridge, so it wasn't like...
He also has a fortune for the extra buy.
Yes, but...
Oh, these vampires. Oh no. Okay, maybe they're okay. I mean, they could potentially be a brutal attack here. This is still looking like a double turn. So you spend a bunch of these coffers.
Yes, the vampire mega turn. It's kind of like Charm, where
I
you
mean,
just gain
like,
a bunch of duchy.
Taxes are probably gonna hurt.
Yeah. I think poverty, for example, would hurt a lot here.
I don't think we've seen it yet.
No, we did early on. We're shuffling the hexes anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, true. This is the bottom of the hex pile.
Alright, that one doesn't matter.
I mean, it matters a bit.
Okay, you lost a silver. Big deal.
I mean, I wouldn't not want to lose.
That one also doesn't hurt very much.
I think it does hurt.
That one hurts a little bit. That one actually hurts, but you know.
All 3 of those. I mean, I guess the first hex now did literally nothing, but Squirezucco seems like to be in a very good position to be now.
The problem,
we're gonna see an undue
wasted
here.
a coffer.
Oh.
Okay, buys the duchy. Oh, trashes the baker.
It's fine. Take our bridge back.
Trashing fortune would be very nice for Appie.
Yeah.
For Appie. No, I don't think it would be nice for squirezucco. You know what would be friendly? Locusting the bat at this point. I would not want to bat.
There are a bunch of bats in this shuffle.
Yeah.
We just shuffled, right? Yeah. Shuffle is looking pretty
sad.
sad.
I think we'll see a pile out on duchies. I think that's very likely. Like if squirezucco sees fortune here, he just piles the duchies. But instead we see bat. I don't even think you trash anything. Like, I don't think you're gonna get around to this bat.
Oh, you definitely don't trash. You just take
province
2 duchies.
No, you province.
I mean, surely you should have revealed the bat there, right?
Oh, never mind.
Just the deck tracking was a bit tricky there, but
well, Appie better find that fortune.
not really.
Oh, he did find it. This might do it. I don't
think
know.
that gets
17,
there, right?
89, 21, 2, 3.
15 points, not enough.
It gets to 32, yeah.
Oh, I don't know why he used up 7 coffers.
He's just accepting
Does it
that
win?
the game is over.
Sad coffers. I mean, yeah.
Misery? No, there's no misery. Misery wouldn't be quite enough either.
Locust is the first.
Oh yeah, if we take the province and locust the province into duchy, take the duchy, then the province would have to go to a state. Would win.
I mean, I agree with the play. Like, I think you just gotta look YOLO it.
No, you get the hex before gaining the card, so that doesn't even work.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, you spent all the coffers and then took an estate. Oh, I don't know about that.
Fortunately, it doesn't matter too much. Okay. I was so fixated on the duchy pile, I forgot the provinces were on at 1.
Well, they were at 3 before Appie lowered them.
Yeah. No.
I
So
think
this
it's
is
2.5 to 2.5 now.
It's a close match. This is exciting. Like, I like playing matches where they're very close. Like, it's crazy. Like, they're playing so well that, like, I don't know. I think they're playing very well
This
for
is an
each
E-League
division.
play-in.
Like, what?
I would be pretty surprised if either of these players didn't win the E division they get placed in.
Yeah. It's crazy that one of them will have to go to F division.
Yeah.
Like this, I think this is, IGG Fountain.
Yeah, that's a great way to lose. I hope nobody goes for IGG.
It actually sort of seems good to me. Like, I think I would actually maybe play that.
No, it's IGG is never good. If anything, I would play like Rebuild alone probably smokes IGG here.
I mean, like, it scores 15 free points from Fountain.
Okay.
I mean, the rebuild player can also just. Yeah, I think you still add some IGG into your deck.
No, I'd play Rebuild here, I think.
I think playing with 0 IGGs is sure to be extremely losing.
I mean, as a rebuild player, you just constantly tax IGG.
I mean, I'm not saying you need to, like, go full IGG and pile the eggs and then pile the duchies, but, like, you want eggs here. Sure.
Yeah.
At least 1, maybe 2 or 3.
I agree with playing a mix of rebuild IGG. I don't know about double camo tray open. Because the problem with camel train is that it makes it hard to hit anything that your camel train is exiling.
Yeah, I'm not so sold on Camel Train, especially with tax the silver pile. That's annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, especially the Camel Train with like tax around, it's just gonna be really hard to hit any of those price points.
Yeah. I like camel train like if it gave money.
A ton of rebuilds in one hit
Uh,
file.
it just if you have a lot of camel trains, you're also gonna have a lot of trouble hitting rebuild.
Yeah, and you're gonna see your rebuilds less. Like, I don't know. Camel Train at some point seems okay to me. I definitely don't like opening.
I still don't think I like camel train. I think it just you're adding a debt to your next turn, and then you're also adding a camel train, which gives no money. So the chances of you hitting rebuild on turn 3, turn 4 is. I think I just tax rebuild.
I could also like kind of be sold on a copper. It's like a copper is better for your economy than nothing. You do want 10 coppers eventually.
I either tax rebuild or I tax poacher.
Did you just say copper is better than nothing to open?
On this board, it kind of seems like it to me.
No.
Copper is better for your economy than not buying copper on your first shuffle. I've won games on fountain boards opening copper. Like similar sort of horrible rebuild / I don't know, like rush sort type of games.
And I think you tax rebuild here.
Why rebuild?
I would assume that's what you would think your opponent would be going for.
Maybe. It's a bit of a...
Well, IGG has tax on it, so the problem with IGG is that the rebuild player just taxes IGG every turn, and then player will have a very hard time hitting IGG. Yeah, I could 100% see copper. No, I think rebuild it tends to be pretty high variance, and I think it's going to be very unlikely that this ends in a...
Wow, finding all 3 estates is so unlucky here.
That happened to him turn 5 too. Yeah, it happened to him turn 5. He drew 3 estates.
So much.
Yeah.
Everything is taxed, like, gross.
There's a reason tax is on my ban list, and this is why.
I think Tracer would really enjoy this board.
I think that's true.
I would start thinking about adding copper. It does increase the likelihood of you hitting 5 again.
Nah, I could just be down to pick up the egg. If I'm hitting more than 5, I don't know, just a couple debt, I would just buy egg here.
No, I don't think I'm ever buying egg over rebuild.
Egg gains the coppers, and I don't have to buy them.
Yeah, but rebuild scores you more points in the long game.
15 points is a lot of points.
Well, this is a nice shuffle. Like, you cleaned out your whole deck, and then you saw your rebuild up on top. Yeah. I mean, this board is just... It's hard to say what the end result will be because it's so high variance. Yeah, I think you should have started on fountain points earlier.
Probably should have just opened copper.
Yeah, honestly, your copper open is starting to look more and more appealing. I think you buy Duchy now instead of rebuild.
I still really would like to make space for an IGG. I mean, like, maybe not on a 5-coin hand, but...
I mean, then one on a 6-coin hand?
Yeah, there was a 6-coin hand a couple turns ago that I wanted an IGG on.
I think any sub 5 is just copper now. Yeah, like, I would just buy copper here.
So sad. Oh wait, actually Camel Train just exile the coppers.
Yeah, but then it doesn't generate...
$6.
But it doesn't generate money for you, so...
And I'm not saying you should buy the Camel Train now, I just mean that's another the Camel Train would have done on this board.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I haven't seen any copper buys. I think once one player starts on the copper buy, the other will follow. But squirezucco certainly looks ahead. Oh, buys an estate. No. No. I think that's a...
That's an amateur rebuild mistake. Usually you don't buy estates.
I think the reason why you don't buy estate is that once the duchies pile, it's gonna be very, very bad. Because when you start naming province, your estate is just going to be really bad.
Yeah, it's a hallmark from Dark Ages. I think there's some articles floating around about rebuild where they talk about buying estates. I'm not sure if I think there is. Then
You're
there's
buying
like the
estates
turbo.
and, like,
They're
more
talking about
players.
like there's like an article out there. It like talks about freaking turbo estate, like it's a thing and it's not. But they talk about it and it's really
You know what?
bad.
I think Apple and Sammy has a good point. Like now he is Super One if he just takes the last two duchies. Like what can like
Yeah.
Appie do? Appie is never gonna be able to afford province.
And on coppers. I mean, I guess that really doesn't help at all. Your opponent just follows.
I mean, if Appie goes
And
for Fountain, you just follow.
I'm not seeing a 3 pile, so I don't know how anyone's winning anything.
Exactly. So the only person who has a chance is the person who has the more duchies.
you turn this duchy into a duchy.
Yeah, I think that's
Cabinet.
what Apple was suggesting, and I think it's correct. But I think you definitely buy the copper here.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I like any late estates. I think your rebuilds are likely just to trip over them.
I mean, I guess the estates can get turned into Silk Roads, and that's probably fine.
It's not gonna matter if Squire keeps finding rebuild every hand, though. Like, shout out to his draw luck.
Yeah.
Finding 3 rebuilds and then immediately finding another rebuild is, like, insanity.
I miss Silk Road on this board. Like Silk Road certainly does make the estates a little bit more appealing.
No, it doesn't. Because then rebuild hits them, and you can't even turn them into duchies, so they turn into estates.
Yeah, well, you have to start naming Silk Road.
Yeah, and then they
Not
hit
ideal,
estates.
but okay.
So, no matter what happens, your rebuilds get really bad if you buy Silk Roads.
No, I mean, the idea is the estates are better because Silk Road is on the board, right? Because when your estates get hit, they get turned into Silk Roads. You have a lot of green here. Like, the Silk Roads are... Actually, the Silk Roads are probably only worth 2 points still. It's a bad card.
I'm surprised he named Silk Road there.
He might have been deck tracking, and maybe he only had one duchy left. Yeah, so I think that's pretty nice. Like, it's nice to see them deck track. Like, I think you gotta start buying coppers. I don't think there's that many turns left. There's 3 provinces.
They're not even paying attention.
You need
to Fountain.
that 15 points. Yeah, it might be too late,
Yeah.
but you
And
gotta
the other thing
try.
is, you start buying coppers, and then your opponent also notices they can buy coppers, and then it kind of does nothing.
I mean, I guess your goal is to hope that your opponent doesn't. Yeah, they might have forgotten about Fountain. I think with Fountain, it just comes so late in the game that like you usually think about Fountain like
I don't
closer
care.
to the end of the game.
I don't care how much debt that duchy has. I'm taking it.
Yeah.
I mean, who cares about buying cards?
I'm buying that duchy. Click it.
You could click copper.
No, I think it's.
Yeah, no, it's the duchy for sure. That's true, yeah. You're gonna have a couple turns where you can't,
Well, Appie has to actually buy the copper, which he's not. So. All right, that's GG,
there we
right?
go. B.
Are you on a laptop?
Who?
You, are you on a laptop?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
just typing something.
Alright.
Yeah, this is
Just
just
Silk Road,
really
just Silk
sad.
Road.
Just buy a state. Yeah, I think this is just win in hand.
Yep. Just name
I
a
should have
state.
just said I was outside next to a waterfall.
There are estates that these rebuilds could trip over, right?
Yeah, that's why you name a
Well,
state.
you just name a state. That's definitely the
Oh, yeah, of
correct
course.
way.
Alright.
Nice. I think they played generally pretty well throughout the whole playing matches. Yeah.
Strong play for E-League for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of sad the last board had to be a rebuild board because it can get so high variance. But it's nice that they even brought us a game 6. Like entering game 6 on 2.5 to 2.5 is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thanks for commentating with us, me.
And nice commentating with you guys. Have a good
Yeah.
rest of your day, night,
Yeah.
evening.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
I think there was a lot. There was a lot of things going on in nearly all of those boards. I think it's worth going over again. So,
Pretty tricky boards for sure.
yeah. Alright, I guess we'll just stop the recording now. Thanks everyone for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and see you all next time.